What's going on, guys? We're back again with some more epic rap battles of history. I actually reacted to all the seasons, like season 1, 2, 3, all that good stuff. They're amazing, guys. The beats are amazing. The actors, the historical references are amazing. So today we got one of the best ones ever. We got Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. So Henry Ford was the guy who invented basically the production line when it comes to motor vehicles in Detroit and America. It was like the biggest guy ever, Henry Ford. He invented the Ford car. It's named after him. You know, the Ford, he switched from like horses to cars, the whole production line thing. And Karl Marx was obviously a communist, you know, a Marxist. Is named after him. Marxism is actually named after him. So this one should be incredible, guys. Make sure to drop a comment down below. Two completely opposing people. Let's get it, bro. Let's go.
Henry Ford. Mr. Motor City needs some medicine. Red. My lines are a production. Your lines are red. This is.
That's fire. That's fire. Right off the bat, just bars, guys. He said, Mr. Motor City. So obviously, Detroit is known as Motor City, and he obviously invented the actual production line. He said, my lines are in red, my lines are production, and yours are in bread. Because obviously everyone that was doing Marxism or anyone that did communism, they couldn't even buy bread, guys. Like, there was no food anywhere. It was just horrendous. Whereas his is like about making money and production, you know?
Lines are red. Disassembling time pieces is how I got my start now. Watch me tear your ideology apart. You scream, unite the workers, free the class slaves. Lose your change, trade them in for mass graves. I would stop.
Haha, that's crazy. I love that, guys. Trade them in for mass graves. Free the class slaves. So he's saying that there should be no classes. There shouldn't be rich or poor. There should just be one class. The doctors should earn as much as the bread, you know, the you know, welfare class, you know, or the working class. Whereas that really shouldn't be the, you know, and America and, you know, North America basically perpetrates that to the world, that shouldn't be the case, right? You know, the whole world should be able to, you know, try and eventually become wealthy in their own regard, which I think most people would agree with that. Obviously in the Western world, Europe and North America, we all agree. I love that, guys. Free the class slaves, trade them in for mass graves, because everybody, Stalin, Mao, like, I think Stalin killed 100 million people, something like that.
Them in for free the class slaves. Lose your change, trade them in for mass graves. I would stop it. Wow, appalling amounts of body bag. When a world leader likes you, that's a red flag. I produce with my two.
He said, with a world leader like you, that's a red flag. So that's a double entendre, double meaning, because obviously, you know, the red flags, you know, that basically is China. Russia also had a red flag in the communist era with the sickle and ice pick, I believe, or what is it, the sickle and the axe or something like that. Yeah, they both had red flags. Every single communist country had a red flag, but also saying it's a red flag is like saying that somebody's a danger, saying that there's something not good about this person.
Red flag. I produce with my two hands. You're a destitute tramp. Scheming to trade bootstraps in for food stamps. Anti-Prussia tried to seize my private.
That's class, guys. I like that, man. Trade your bootstraps in for food stamps, because obviously Henry Ford had that famous saying, you know, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, because you can actually make yourself rich if you just work hard enough. And, you know, Karl Marx had that idea that everyone gets food stamps, everybody gets like welfare.
Right? For food stamps. Anti-Prussia tried to seize my private property. What gets a toy prince to his private parts properly? Who takes advice from a broke slob? It's laughable. I wouldn't wipe my tailpipe with your Das Capital. If you'd saved a penny for restarter, you name
Das Kapital. That's a book written, I believe, by Karl Marx. And also he said here, who takes advice from a broke slob. So he's basically making fun of him, because none of the communist people ever had money. They just wanted everybody to be the same and seize their private property. The government in Germany and Russia, I believe, can seize private property still to this day. China too. They can just take it from you, and then, you know, without you even wanting it. So it's crazy.
Property. What gets a toy prince to his private parts properly? Who takes advice from a broke slob? It's laughable. I wouldn't wipe my tailpipe with your Das Capital. If you'd saved a penny for restarter, you named Jenny, you might not have needed to bury quite so many.
Who's that proud young Hungarian, heavy drinking card carrying, future thinking legal letter Inca proletariat? It's Karl Marx, a very rhinestone. I'm dropping you like Hitler dropped your name in Mein Kampf. My code's.
So he's saying, I'm dropping you like Hitler dropped your name in Mein Kampf. So, you know, Hitler dropped a lot of people's names in Mein Kampf, guys, because at the time, you know, Henry Ford was literally the biggest, not even celebrity, the biggest revolutionary of the day, right? He's kind of like Elon Musk of today, you know, just revolutionary like crazy, right?
Mein Kampf. My codes didn't cause mass grave. We did get that from books, but you didn't read shit. Your self-made man studies them from a torsion.
So basically he's saying that people think that I killed all these people and you know, the communists killed all these people, but actually if you read the book, it was greed that killed, you know, people, not the actual Marxism or communism itself, right? It was the government's greed.
We did get that from books, but you didn't read shit. Your self-made man studies them from a torsion. That is the way I gave you.
Dung from a Taurus. So a Taurus is like a really bad Ford Taurus. It's like a terrible car. I love that.
You were the first of 6 kids till the 7th killed your mother. Maybe that's why you spied on your workers like Big Brother. Your Model T, total lack of style is killing me. They can take shit from you according to ability. Do what your first.
That's actually, this is a lot of bars in this, guys. Your Model T total lack of style is killing me. So the Model T is just this like basic plain car. It's like a Ford Focus.
Your Model T, total lack of style is killing me. They can take shit from you according to ability. Do what your first car can't and back up. Beating is like your city in Brazil. Nuts!
Don't step that close without some beer shampoo, son. You lived in Cologne. Look like you could've used some.
Hey, that's fire. You lived in Cologne, Germany. Looks like you could need some. I love double entendres everywhere.
Drip a style like a dipstick drips oil. You look as sick as your chronic dick boil. I'm mass producing abuse on a utopian hobo. I'm throwing you for loops like the F of my logo. I gave men work, you brought nothing but harm. Take your bourgeois pig shit back to Animal Farm.
Animal Farm, you know, that's like the kind of communistic era. That's like the, you know, dictatorship over the farm. It's like a famous Orwellian book, I believe. That's classic.
Animal Farm.
Your factory conditions were bleak. Crowded with machines, cranking out 4 severed fingers a week. You controlled what employees could think, drink, and eat. And when they marched for better wages, shot them dead in the street. In truth, what you produced were alienated working men who would clock into Detroit and lose themselves like Eminem. And now you're Great Lakes State.
Oh, bro, that's one of the best bars I've ever heard in a rap out. Of course, I mentioned Eminem. We're wearing the Eminem hoodie today, guys, especially for this one, Henry Ford Detroit built, guys. You know, Detroit built is not just Eminem. You know, they're talking about the cars, guys, because the city built a lot of America, especially the cars. They built like a lot of that area, you know, northwest or the Midwest or whatever. That's sick, bro. Who would clock into Detroit and lose themselves like Eminem? You know, even in Eminem in 8 Mile, Eminem was at the, what was that place called? New Detroit Stamping, where like he was like stamping the like bumpers for the cars or the license plates for the cars. I love that, guys. We gotta listen to that, that's class.
You produced for alienated working men who would clock into Detroit and lose themselves like Eminem. And now you're
and obviously Lose Yourself is a really famous song by Eminem. Wow, a lot of different entendres going on here.
State ain't exactly a great sight. You were west of Michigan and Flint's water bite.
Oh, that's a bar. Dude, I think Karl Marx might actually have this. This is crazy. He said your Great Lakes state, which is Michigan, ain't exactly a great sight. You were worse than Michigan, Flint's water pipe. So obviously Flint, Michigan, you guys all know from the Michael Moore documentaries that in Flint, Michigan, they had like this poisonous water which had like arsenic, lead in it. Actually killed a ton of people, gave a lot of people cancer. That's a true story in Flint, in an American city, a modern American city. Crazy, guys. That's actually fire. Michael Moore did a whole movie about that. You know, it's called like Flint something, but it's amazing.
And then Flint's water bite.
You griped about oppression, don't leave me impressed. You're not hot, Carl, that's just shit on your chest. For a man to state less, you got an awful lot to say. I pay you $5 a day to go away. Your buddy Angles bankrolled you with this textile bill. I guess the capitalists are cool when they're paying your bills. You're a hypocrite, a nitwit who's love with substance issues. Step off your soapbox, take the soap with you.
Look, dummy, shedding money is the communist vision. Engels' bank was the crank that got the revolution spinning. We gave everything to see the common people advance. I'm so down with the cause, I even pawned my own pants. You grew so out of touch, you sabotaged your only kid. It's a stomach cancer, showed more love than you did. Took a glance, your legacy is in ashes. Remembered as the fascist sympathizing cause of climate change and car crashes. From your newspaper to your Nazi factory, cross the pond. Frankly, Hank, it's clear as which side you are on. This battle's been applauded like that hemorrhage in your head. I leave a floor as expected, found on road dead.
Oh, war!
Bro, that last part was like off the chain. We gotta go back over that a little bit now. They always have the best beats as well in music, guys. I don't know what it is. They always have the best beats. So He said, "It's your Nazi factory across the pond, Auschwitz. Frankly, Henry was clear Auschwitz side you were on." So obviously, he had plants all over the world. Henry Ford, along with a lot of these other, manufacturers, they manufactured stuff for like Nazis all the time, just because it would make them money. It's crazy, guys. Climate change and car crashes. Your fascist sympathizing cause of climate change and car crashes. So everybody on the left calls people on the right fascists now. It's basically like the new kind of trending word. But back then, guys, it was like the true fascist kind of people, right? I love that, guys. He said he got a hemorrhage and he died. I'll leave you Ford as expected on the road dead. So obviously, Ford cars break down all the time. Ford cars are actually shit nowadays, guys. Like if you want to get a good car, you get a Toyota. You get a German car. I know all cars are owned by German companies now, and built there. But you get like a Toyota, a Japanese car. You get a Lexus. I wouldn't really buy a car unless it's German or Japanese, guys. An Audi, BMW, one of those, Mercedes. Apart from that, Ford and all these cars suck, guys. They're just so terrible because they break down all the time. But they're cheap, right? They're cheap to make, cheap to run. So absolute fire, guys. I'm going to have to give that to Karl Marx, because even though I don't want to, because I'm very against a lot of Marxism and shit like that. Of course, everybody is. But yeah, guys, I absolutely love you all, man. Leave a comment down below. Tell me, did I do a good breakdown of the song? One of the best I've ever seen in my life. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.